Okay, I remember hearing the story. Now, I don't know which car you was in, but you gave a reporter a ride from the Tennessean, a Tennessean reporter. You gave him a ride.
On a Saturday afternoon, it was combo 1, combo 2 days, I'm sure. We were there all hanging out up on the hill where we parked up there, and Doug Greenfield come to me, which is, y'all all know Doug was the owner, promoter, or whatever of the racetrack. And he said, I need a favor. I said, sure, Doug, I'd do anything for you. He said, there's a Nashville, Tennessean reporter up here. And he said, you know, they were writing a report and all our story on this track and all. He said, is there any way? He said, I'm going to pay you. He said, is there any way I could get you to ride him down the track? I said, first off, yes. Second off, no. You're not going to pay me. I'll enjoy it. I said, I'll be glad to whenever you want to or you're ready.
We're going to give this guy a ride.
Let's go for it. He laughed.
Give him a ride.
He said, well, I'd like to pay you. I said, no, I'm not taking your money, but I will do it. I think it was a Chevelle wagon, wasn't it?
No, it was a Chevy 2
wagon. It was a Chevy 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was a Chevy 2 wagon. He said, Doug comes back in a few minutes. He said, it's one other thing. He said, if you don't mind, would you loosen the front end up on it a little bit? I said, whatever you want, boss man, that's what we'll do. Yeah. I loosened it up a little. I put it in the air. Of course, it bounced real bad, but it done that. But it sort of, when it would bounce, it would sort of bounce in every gear and come off the ground. You know, you probably remember, you know, whatever. We got to the other end of the racetrack. Of course, I was busy shifting. I ain't have time to watch him. You know, he didn't have no seatbelt or nothing, you know. He's sitting over on the right side, you know.
He didn't.
And
that's right. It was their life.
He was hanging on. No.
So we got to the finish line. I got the car under control, stopping, you know, everything. I said, wasn't much to it, was it? He never did answer me. We were going around the bowl, down there real slow around the bowl. And then I don't know where it took him that long to answer what. He said, I'm speechless. I said, well, I didn't figure it thrilled you too much. He said, I'm speechless. It was so funny if you could just see the expression on his face, you know. Yeah. But and that happened. Doug thought of that, not me, you know. But it tickled a lot of people. There was people up there. People were ganged around the car to see him get out of the car.
Yeah, I bet.
His eyes were pretty big.
Yeah.